guys! Welcome back to another episode of The Brand Builder. And today's episode is actually very exciting, Tyra. Today we're going to talk about building brands on the online space or the e-commerce store. So if you're excited, then listen in.
Okay, so once again, it's me, Kyra.
And it's me, Steph. And today we are going to talk about building brands online or, the e-commerce shops. Kyra, are you an avid user of Shopee?
Am.
Right?
I actually am.
I
Both
think we
Shopee,
all are.
Lazada.
Yeah, especially
other
the double
e-commerce.
digit
Yeah.
campaigns. I'm super active on those platforms. And super exciting that we finally have those platforms, very popular here in the Philippines. My mom is not impressed. Mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Sorry for all the purchases.
But yeah,
Yeah.
diba? It's so exciting to talk about, having that platform, that online platform to sell your goods, to buy your products. We all know what it's like to be a buyer, but this time we're going to know how it feels to be a seller in these e-commerce stores.
And I'm sure our listeners are interested in navigating the e-commerce world. So today, our guest, his name is Jedd Yuen. He's actually the co-founder and CMO of House Hacks. House Hacks distributes house appliances. So yeah, maybe Jedd, you can share a little bit about yourself, your company, how it all started.
Yeah. Hi, Jedd. By the way, welcome to the Brand Builder.
Thank you for having me here.
Nice to have you here.
Okay, so I'm Jedd. I'm the co-founder of House Hacks, and House Hacks is an e-commerce distributor of home appliances, home improvement products, and power tools. So we carry brands such as Kitchenaid, Oster, Instant Pot, Hanabashi, Kiowa, and etc. So actually, in our first year of operations, we've made over $1 million. Tapos, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of popular names also
Yeah,
has
a lot of brands
very
under your belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I just put a disclaimer that I'm not an expert and I wouldn't have gotten here without my two business partners.
Wow.
So yeah.
Maybe you can share with us. I'm sure everybody is curious as to how you were able to get $1 million in sales in your first year.
Yeah, definitely. E-commerce.
In
diba?
e-commerce
Mm-mm.
pa, yeah.
So actually, nung first time, actually I'll share the backstory of House Hacks first. So
Yeah.
my brother, he was just selling on Facebook platforms, and nung time na yun, medyo hirap na siya.
Mhm.
That time it was a pandemic. It started nung pandemic.
Yeah.
Tapos everyone was baking. So he started selling like baking equipments, ganun, which stand mixers.
Yeah.
Tapos, yun, actually, dumating sa point na hindi na niya ma-handle mag-isa. So, he actually went up to me and sabi if he could partner up with us, with me lang.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, on time na yun, me and my other business partner, we were doing drop shipping that time. We were studying ads, ganun. Pero nag-fail. So, nung my brother went up to me, nag-combine kami. And then, doon nag-start lahat.
Out of curiosity, for those
Yeah.
who maybe don't know what drop shipping is, maybe you can share a little
Yep.
bit.
So, actually, drop shipping is when you want to sell a product, but you don't have the inventory talaga.
Mm-hmm.
So, you
So
can
the
sell...
products are not with you, basically.
Yes. So you sell it via, siguro you push it via ads, ganun, influencer marketing.
Mhm.
Tapos the product will come from the manufacturer. And then sila na rin mag-ship dun sa customer. So that's
Yeah.
dropship.
Basically, you're like the front end of
Yes,
these
yes.
manufacturers.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You're the one pushing their
Mhm,
products.
mhm.
Tapos sila na bahala sa
Mhm.
logistics, sa fulfillment.
Aside from ads, influencer marketing, is there
Mhm.
anything else you guys do?
SEO, yeah, and also content marketing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mhm.
yun yung pinaka-main structure ng marketing namin.
Content
So,
marketing.
content
talaga.
marketing, SEO, digital ads, and influencer marketing. So, yeah.
Wow, that's like a wide range of marketing techniques, right? And
Mhm.
strategies.
So, actually, just like a short story din lang. So, no, para for me, nung time na yun was like, we incorporated ads on a proven product na. Kaya rin nag-work.
Okay. Mm.
Tapos, actually, funny story nga lang, no? We got banned on Facebook for mga 2 weeks because there was a huge load of messaging customers. Tapos, di na namin masagot dahil, yun, parang
Yeah.
nagka-influx of messaging. Tapos, wala, binan kami ni Facebook. Kasi
Because of
siguro-
your response time.
Yes, yun nga.
Ah.
Tapos, yun. tapos it resulted to opportunity loss, syempre. Kasi hindi na namin nabentahan yung mga tao
Mm-mm.
yun.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like a double, what do you call it? A double,
Double whammy? Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, something like that. Like it's a great opportunity for them because they got a lot of messages, but
Yep.
at the same time, those people you weren't able to talk to.
Mhm.
Those
It's
Sayang.
a it's a good and a bad problem at the
Yeah,
same time. Yeah, exactly.
Just means that our ads work, pero
You
kumbaga wala
weren't
lang.
ready for the
Oo.
influx of
That's
messages.
true.
Yes, yun lang
That's
rin.
true.
So what would your advice be, for people to be able to, prepare for that, to make sure they don't get banned from Facebook as well?
Well, of course, like siguro, if yun nga, as an entrepreneur, so we started bootstrapping lang rin, doing everything ourselves.
Mhm.
Tapos, syempre, once you learn the task, you have to delegate it agad. Dapat ganun. Pero nung time na yun, parang we were like, sige, let's keep the margins muna para higher yung margins
Mhm,
namin.
yeah.
So, hindi muna kami nag-hire ng tao, ganun. Tapos, also, yun, siguro as an entrepreneur, once learned mo na yung skill, delegate it to a worker. So, if it's a full-time, if it's a daily work, syempre you hire a full-time. If it's a project-based lang, then you hire part-time lang or freelance.
Mhm.
Siguro if hindi mo pa masyadong sure kung like dapat bang may employee na nandyan, maybe hire an intern, di ba? To test the waters out.
Yeah. Definitely.
Interesting.
So I
Yeah.
think going back to, our main topic, no, like building a brand in the online store. So you guys are available in Shopee and
Shopee,
Lazada.
Lazada, then we have our own website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
What's the website?
Yeah.
pala,
Yeah,
no?
so our
Yeah.
website is www.househacks.store.
Mhm.
And then for Shopee and Lazada, it's just House Hacks.
Househacks.store.
Mhm.
yeah, okay guys, if you guys are listening and you want to, want to see more products that are
Check out their brand.
appliances,
online.
technology and all that. So talk to us about, the whole process of setting a Shopee store.
Mhm.
I'm sure you were there when the
Yep.
whole thing started. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, it was easy lang naman nung una kasi we started with the one product lang. So,
Mm,
pero yung kapag isa-scale mo na siya, if you're gonna add more products, that's where the problem is gonna come in.
mm.
So, yun, it was easy lang to make up a shop kasi everyone can just, sell on Shopee.
Mhm.
Did you
Pero-
have any difficulties in setting it up?
Actually, it was really easy talaga.
None
Yeah.
at
So,
all.
I
Okay.
actually encourage people to, sell on Shopee kasi basically there's traffic there, diba?
Yeah.
So, you just put out your product, tapos people are gonna look at your store, they're gonna buy, ganun.
Yeah. And as a seller, it's important that, platforms like that are very
Yes, tama,
user
tama.
friendly,
Mhm.
diba? But aside from like the whole setting up and everything, I'm sure you also had to decorate your store.
Yes, oo.
Diba? And put bio and all that, the cover page.
Yes, oo.
You actually have to insert your branding also dun sa mismong
Mm.
Shopee store. So how was that like for you guys?
So actually for that, I hired I got an intern and then siya na bahala for the creatives. Ako lang yung parang, I give the creative direction and kung ano yung kailangan niyang gawin na creatives. Tapos basically yun, just upload it sa Shopee store niyo.
Mm-mm. And what was the overall like direction? If you could share with us, no? What was the overall direction
What
for?
does it look
for
like
House
if you were to
Hacks.
describe it?
Well, basically our goal is to become like a one-stop shop for appliances, for
Mhm.
home improvement products
Mhm.
and power tools. Basically everything related to your house, we got it. Parang ganun.
So that was the branding,
Yes,
no,
and-
overall. Yeah, go ahead.
And our goal talaga is to scale it vertically sana. To become a vertical e-commerce, which is parang,
Mhm.
Vertical
Maybe-
e-commerce.
yes. So maybe in the
Yeah.
future, like maybe we're gonna be providing the service na interior design, mga ganun.
Mm.
And maybe like put on some tech aspects pa dun, which is yung parang, maybe you can already view your appliances na parang pag decorate mo siya sa house mo,
Virtual
makikita mo na agad.
reality,
Yes,
you mean?
tama, tama.
Very
Ah.
interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, I think those types of, keeping up with the trends, diba? Making sure that you really go along with what's happening or what's trending right now is going to make you stand out. Especially sa Shopee, wherein there are a lot of stores, no? I'm sure you guys
Mm-mm.
have a lot of competitors.
Yes, marami rin.
So maybe you can talk to us about that also. Like, how do you differentiate?
Standing out.
Yeah.
In such a saturated space.
Yes. So actually, yun yung goal namin, to like scale it vertically.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know with my competitors kung anong balak nila. Do
Mm-mm.
they just plan to like sell appliances, diba? Pero sa amin kasi we curate the products then that we want to sell. So we don't sell any like
Just about anything.
yeah, we don't sell shit
Yeah.
products naman mga ganun.
Yeah.
So yan.
It's really handpicking
Yes,
no, on
tama.
whatever fits well, I think, with the
Yeah.
brand.
With the target market
also.
then. Yeah.
Maybe you can share a little bit also no on what you mean when you say verticalization.
Yep. So vertical e-commerce is when you want to scale your scale your company, diba? It goes up,
Mhm.
paakyat,
Mhm.
diba? More on talagang you want to build the company to become parang Grab.
Yeah.
Basically, they're the one parang they're a super app. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're scaling horizontally kasi, it's either you acquire brands, you buy them,
Yeah.
Mhm.
other aspects. Kumbaga you're not focusing on your company lang talaga.
Mhm.
Okay.
You want to parang you want to get more revenues pero in other ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pero kapag vertical e-commerce ka, basically focusing on the company lang talaga.
Oh, so it's not getting a lot of other parties involved, no,
Oh
with
yeah.
the growth. Okay, got it. I think that's the first time I've heard of it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Actually, can I ask you guys something? So kasi
Yeah.
what do you guys think about the e-commerce industry right now? And like, is it for here to stay or do you guys think it's stabilized na ba? What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say I'm very passionate about this and say with a sounding yes, just because I think almost everything can be sold online na
Yes,
at this
definitely.
point,
Mm-mm.
diba? Even digital products can be sold online. So if we keep, evolving these products, eventually you target more people, you reach more people with e-commerce than you can ever do
True.
with physical sales, diba? Or
Mm-mm.
retail. But yeah, I think
It's here to stay.
yeah, it's here to stay, definitely.
What about you, Kyra?
I think tech generally in the Philippines, no, it's a little bit baby pa, no?
Mm-mm.
Parang there's a lot more things that people, at least Filipinos, no, can explore.
Mhm.
So I think e-commerce is not it's tech, no, but it's not your tech in a different sense.
Mhm.
So yes, I think no, because it's in the baby phase, it's something that has a lot of potential. And even with the
Yeah.
pandemic, it made people realize
Yes,
that
definitely.
everything, like to Steph's point, no,
Yeah.
can be sold online.
Tama, tama. Our
Um,
business started lang rin nung pandemic, so it was kind of luck rin, di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
nag-boom eh.
Yeah,
Timing also is
yeah.
very
Mm-mm.
important, no, when
Mm-mm.
setting up these things. And then it's exciting to see like how else can our e-commerce industry in the Philippines like evolve into,
exactly.
since you said it was such a baby pa, no,
Mm-mm.
like with your brand house hacks, like with the vertical growth that you want for your company, I'm sure these platforms will also be able to keep up with your plans as a business.
Hopefully, yeah.
I also like how he, turned the tables and it's us, no, answering
Yeah,
the questions.
I was interviewed. I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. Why do you ask, no, about it?
Well, I was just curious kasi for sure, di ba?
Mhm.
There were people who doubted e-commerce. Pero tayo kasi
Definitely.
we're millennials eh. So basically parang tayo.
We grew up with it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Tapos nakasabay
Yeah.
tayo sa boom ng
Mm-mm.
e-commerce.
It's a little harder, I think, for older people, no, to keep up with e-commerce and all that.
Yeah, but success. I mean, like there are some businesses
Yeah,
that are
for sure.
able to, adapt also with the right help in place and all. Yeah,
Parang it's
Yeah.
adapt or you die. That's
That's
that's the
true.
case
That's
eh.
true.
that's the world of business.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so aside from, you mentioned nga, no, at least having a product is one of the factors that you need to consider before joining an online space like Shopee. What other things do you think you need to prepare before coming into this e-commerce industry?
Syempre learning about marketing siguro. That's the
Mm.
pinaka ano eh. Kasi for me, when you want to sell a product pero bulok yung marketing,
Mm-mm.
basically
How
hindi
will
mo rin
people
masya
know
masasell.
about it?
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
true.
diba?
Yeah.
So marketing is like the core aspect kapag you're gonna do an e-commerce store.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, and what were your learnings there in relation to marketing?
Yeah.
How did you go about it?
Yeah, so for me, marketing, always focus on marketing talaga. It's,
Mm-mm.
kumbaga, if walang marketing, how will you sell your product, diba?
Yeah.
So, para for me rin, it's better to labas mo na yung product mo and then figure out a way on how to sell it with marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tapos, for me, an e-commerce store is bound to fail without marketing din. Kasi
Definitely.
how are you gonna sell your products if you don't push
Interesting. Yeah.
traffic
Mm-mm.
sa
That's true.
store mo?
So it's not enough, diba, to just put up a store and
Just leave it there.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. You have to do your ano rin naman.
What was something naman that you wish you knew about marketing in general when you were starting?
Yeah.
Siguro you got me there. Wait lang. I don't
It's
know. I
okay.
don't know.
Take your time to
Kasi
think.
my course din kasi nung college was marketing. So parang medyo
Mm.
nasanay na rin ako with the marketing before pa ako nag-start ng business.
So you knew the importance of marketing talaga, no?
Yes,
Before
yes.
coming into the e-commerce space.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Or maybe something na, let's say, along the way, you were like, oh, wow, I wish I knew this. Or, oh, wow, this is really important.
Sige. Siguro everything is more of trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi
Yeah.
you don't know naman if your product is gonna sell. If you
Mhm.
don't sell it talaga, di ba? If you're gonna focus na parang, oh sige, maybe kailangan before natin to i-sell, pagandahin muna natin. Di ba? Syempre for me, it's gonna be, put it out there na, and then do marketing. If it doesn't work, move on to the next product.
Mm-mm.
So yun. More of trial and error talaga in every aspect of
Yeah.
business.
You add value talaga, no, to any product when you do marketing well. I wanted to share something, no. This
Yeah.
was from my prof back in college. He said there are a lot of stores in the Philippines who sell rotisserie chicken. Diba? But then there's this one brand who stood out from the crowd because they said hindi na kailangan ng sauce. So there was this one brand that was their USP, and like for the audience or for their customers, nag-stand out yung brand na yon. Even if they were selling the same thing. They were selling the same rotisserie chicken, but they marketed it well enough.
Differently
Oo,
also.
so that they stood out. So I
Wow,
think
the power of marketing,
yeah,
no?
definitely, diba? It's the same product, but to the eyes of our customers,
different.
it's different talaga.
Same, but different. Yeah, okay, so you were saying about marketing.
Yeah, so actually marketing has like there's different aspects to it. So una, there's content marketing. Content marketing basically post content, diba? Publish content. So for that, ang tip ko is syempre always have to post like siguro 1 times a day. Kasi parang if you don't post, parang basically magsasawa rin yung mga tao eh. Parang
Yeah.
you're not active, you're not really
Yeah.
there for them.
Interesting you brought that up because Steph and I actually attended a talk recently.
Yeah.
And one key insight there was that it's really quantity over quality.
Yes, dapat lang.
When it comes to content marketing. And then a lot of us, were really like, okay, this is an interesting point of view because, as important as everybody says, kasi usually, diba, parang quality is key.
Well, you still have to maintain
yeah,
a certain
definitely,
quality. Pero
definitely.
more on, you have to push quantity talaga.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be perfect. Ganun.
Yeah,
Basta-
exactly. Those were his words, diba? Exact words na.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
So many people are fixated in the fact that content, for it to go viral or for it to be digested well by the audience, it needs to be perfect. When in reality, it doesn't need to be, diba? We just need to say the same message in different ways so that they digest it well.
Yeah, and from experience, no, I feel, especially with Instagram, no, the more you post, like,
Yes.
the more active you are. Really, Instagram, rewards you for it, right?
Kumbaga they the algorithm favors people who post
Correct.
more, brands who post more,
Yeah,
diba?
totoo. And I think the same algorithm also applies to e-commerce, I
Tama.
believe. They're more present in the newsfeed of other people when they post more products. And Shopee actually has Shopee feed, diba? Tama ba?
Meron nga actually.
So which actually acts as Instagram also. So if you post more, you'll probably
Get
appear
more
more. Oo.
visibility. And more visibility equals, greater
yes,
sales
tama.
also, which is better for you. So maybe you can talk to us a little bit about that, how marketing converted into sales
Yeah.
of your business.
So actually with marketing, diba, there's content marketing. There's also digital ads na. So we push it via ads. Kasi ngayon you can't just rely on organic traffic eh. More on you have to pay to get more reach.
That's true.
Getting more reach, of course, is equal to more sales, more potential sales, diba? So with digital ads, more on have to do detailed targeting para hindi rin sayang yung budget mo. So for example, let's say for appliances, I won't target like people who like appliances. I would target maybe moms, maybe like people who likes to make their house better, like home improvement ganun. So dapat detailed yung targeting so you don't waste the ads. And then of course sa digital ads, there's also platform ads, which is Shopee ads and Lazada ads. You also have to utilize that then. Tapos there's also SEO, which is search engine optimization, putting out the keywords that are relevant.
Very important, yeah.
So yun, when you put out the relevant keywords when people search for it, basically you're gonna appear at the top. Yun naman yung goal pag SEO. You always have to appear on the
Page
top.
one,
Yep,
correct.
tama.
Yeah.
And then for influencer marketing, then that's something na people have to be that's underutilized actually.
Mhm.
Na for influencer marketing, siguro kasi others would say na parang, oh, I have to pay pa to give my product to someone, and then what if it doesn't work? So
Mhm.
yun, it's more of trial and error then, and of course
Yeah.
getting the influencer that fits your target market.
Yeah, having the right fit, no?
Mm.
Because some people, they go into influencer marketing with the thought na basta influencer, it's gonna work.
Yun nga.
When in reality,
Yeah.
it's not like that, eh,
It's a
diba?
lot more than that. No?
Yeah,
It's a
because you
lot
need to
more.
make sure that your target audience is the same target audience of your influencer.
Yes,
Or
tama.
else, it's parang a waste of, diba, energy, a waste of time also.
And actually, I have a tip for that pala. So
Yeah,
for
go ahead.
influencer marketing, it's better to go for micro influencers kasi you don't have to pay for them in a big amount.
Mhm.
Also parang product lang pwede mo na ibigay ganun.
Mm-mm.
Tapos their followers are mas konti, 'di ba? Kaysa sa mga macro influencers,
Yes.
which makes it a defined niche audience, 'di ba? So, syempre yung followers niya hindi kumbaga, how do I say this? Hindi watak-watak, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
It's more defined.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? There are a lot of influencers, no? I saw this influencer na every time there's a Shopee or Lazada sale, they really include links
Yeah.
of products from Shopee or Lazada. So that's a great opportunity for a lot of brands.
Mm-mm.
If there are brand owners by listening to this podcast, really think about how you strategize influencer marketing
Yeah.
because it can be for your advantage also.
Yeah. But I would say, no, case to case rin, syempre, with what you mentioned, the
Mm.
tip, I
Mm.
would say, parang, yes, I mean, it's a good advice, but also, syempre, businesses out there, they
Mhm.
also have to be able to understand the market well,
Yes, tama.
who they're,
Yeah.
selling to and all, to be able to, have a good strategy for influencer marketing.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to actually learn these things.
Yeah.
But just a quick plug, these things, influencer marketing is something that agencies actually handle also. So here at 360 Digital, we actually do a lot of influencer marketing with a lot of our clients. So it's easier, I would say, to work with agencies or groups that really know how to handle influencers already.
Definitely. It would
Hit us up.
it would actually make the processes faster if you,
Yeah.
diba, get help from marketing agencies kasi
Mhm.
they know what to do na eh. You don't have to do trial and error, which is why I would recommend 360 Digital nga.
Wow.
Wow, I
Did
love
you hear
it. We
that?
just got a recommendation
know.
right here, right here.
So, aside from those tips that you shared with us, no, maybe if there's one tip that you could share with our listeners today, the value or the importance of marketing, siguro, with building an online store or in e-commerce in general.
Sorry, can you ulit it?
Yeah, sure. So aside from all the tips that you just mentioned, no, a while ago, what are some or what are your tips, personal tips, when it comes to adding value to your products through marketing, especially in e-commerce like Shopee?
Siguro focus on branding, diba? That's one din. Syempre, if there's branding, these people would actually the target would already recognize you rin agad-agad kapag may branding. So yeah.
So you would really focus on branding, no? That's your number one tip.
Yes, oh. If
Mm-mm.
it depends rin eh actually kasi
Mhm.
on our case, we're a distributor. So if we do branding, we focus on parang ang nabuboost is yung brands na hawak namin.
Mhm.
Which is not really our brand,
Yeah.
kumbaga, diba? Because we're a distributor. Pero if you're a manufacturing company or a private labeling company, yun, you really need to focus on the branding.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But I'm curious to know, no, to my question earlier, how were the results of, your marketing efforts? What did it do for House Hacks?
Yeah.
So yun, we did digital ads. Yun talaga yung pinaka nag-scale up ng business namin eh.
Mhm.
Of course with that then, hindi ka lang naman basta-basta mag-ads. So you always have to check for your ROAS, which is return on ad spend.
Yes.
If you're really,
Mm-mm.
making profit ba. Kasi
Yeah.
it can appear na parang, okay, you're making sales. Pero at the same time kasi you're spending a lot.
Yeah.
Diba? So yun, digital ads talaga.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
think we have a few questions now from our listeners. We want to say thank you to everyone who sent over their questions. We have one from Ricky. He asked, "Can you share some marketing ideas or strategies that you personally use to scale your business in e-commerce?"
So just like what I said kanina,
Mm-mm.
content marketing, digital ads, SEO, and influencer marketing. Pero I always incorporate the funnel strategy. So the funnel
Mhm.
strategy is when you have to like look at it as a funnel, and then there's the top of the funnel, which is the cold audience. From yung mga yon, they are our objectives for that is reach and brand awareness. So
Mhm.
once they go, if they know your brand na, they go to the middle of the funnel,
Mhm.
which is also called warm audience, diba? So for that,
Warm
yes,
audience.
tama.
Ah,
So
okay.
for that, parang you only siguro it needs a trigger point na parang
Mhm.
para bumili sila. So bakit ba sila bibili? Maybe you can like set up promotions, 'di ba? Or mga maybe loyalty award, I don't know. But
That's a good
yun yung mga
idea.
parang
Yeah.
maybe kasi it only this from the top of the funnel.
Yeah.
It only needs like a trigger point eh.
Yeah.
From there, baka bumili na sila. Once
Mm.
they buy, mapupunta sila sa bottom of the funnel, which is the hot audiences.
Mhm.
Sila yung mga bumili na. So from there, you always have to milk them na lang.
Mhm.
Parang, syempre, paano mo sila imi-milk? So, by offering loyalty programs, actually,
Yeah.
that's one. And, yun, offering loyalty programs, basta keeping them close to you na talaga.
Mm-mm. Making sure there's a repeat purchase,
Yes,
no?
tama. Increasing returning customer rate is very important. So, syempre with that, you can base na parang, okay, your product is good.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Sika, thanks for that question, Ricky, and thanks for answering it, Jed.
Yeah, we have another question no, from Francis naman.
Mhm.
It talks more about digital no, versus physical.
Mm-mm.
So why is e-commerce important to you? And also, what do you say no, to people who are still very much keen on a physical store, right? I mean, well, there are pros in having a physical
Yeah,
store, right? Being
definitely.
able to see the product, try it on, 360 degree no, of the product and all. So yeah, maybe you can enlighten us on that.
Well, yun, coming from an e-commerce background, e-commerce, the pros for that is, syempre, e-com is less risky. Kasi,
Mhm.
pwede ka naman, you don't need to spend, unlike sa retail store, where you have to like, have your line of products nandun na.
Mhm.
Tapos, syempre, the rent for that, cost of building your retail store, diba? There's this risk. There's that risk. Pero kapag e-com ka, you can start with e-com. From there, you can test if your product's good.
Yeah.
Diba? Easier to start up, tas less capital needed. So of course, meron din naman mga cons sa e-com. So of course, you always have to there's always a need to push traffic, which is paid
Mhm.
ads nga. You have to
Yeah.
spend din talaga. Kasi nowadays you really can't rely on organic lang.
Mm-mm.
And then there's always gonna be doubters, which is yung mga traditional people,
Yeah.
'di ba? So they won't buy your product just for the fact na they're traditional eh. They want to
Yeah.
see that product, 'di ba? Gusto muna nila makita if okay ba kasi baka it's a scam, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Some people still think that way.
But you know, the good thing about that is that you can use your e-commerce platform no, or the digital side to be the first touch point,
Yes, tama.
right? To get that
Yeah.
kind of, to pique their interest.
Mm-mm.
And then
Mm-mm.
maybe, you know, if they're traditional, they can go to the store, check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll go back to you guys, check out from there. Who knows, right? So
Tama.
at least, you know, you're building the interest from there still.
So actually the best practice would be to, start sa e-commerce side
Mm-mm.
ng business.
Mhm.
And then after, if you want to scale pa, yan, tsaka ka mag-build ng mga retail stores.
Mhm.
Because it's proven na rin eh, na you get
Once you have the
traction.
capital also.
Yes,
Yeah.
tama.
Yeah, that's a good thing about going online talaga, no? There's a lot of overhead expenses that you
Avoid altogether.
altogether, and it makes it easier for you, diba, to sell your
Yeah.
products and to focus on things like marketing instead.
Tama. Pero I would actually, mention the retail pros then.
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
pros side. So for retail, there's sure traffic depending on the area, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Pero syempre, if yung area na pinili mo isn't, your target market's area, basically it doesn't make sense. Parang
Yeah.
sayang lang.
Mm-mm.
And then of course, siguro, retail din kasi is another channel of sales eh.
Mhm.
If e-com lang gusto mo, parang you're missing out on this channel, which is the retail side.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm so happy about this
Interesting, yeah.
episode because it really shows na aside from these e-commerce platforms
Yeah.
helping,
Yeah.
buyers get products, it's also helping you guys, sellers, distributors of other different products with wide varieties. Yeah, so I wanted to say thank you so much, Jed, no, for all the insights that you shared with us,
Mhm.
all the tips. Kara and I have been in marketing for a long time, but of course, there's always something new that we learn, diba?
Exactly.
Especially from clients or sellers actually that practice these strategies.
And from entrepreneurs, no, like Jed
Yeah.
himself. So very interesting conversation. You shared a lot about marketing. I think your background was marketing, so you had a lot of insights on it, which we really appreciate.
Yeah, super.
Yeah, but before we close off, do you have anything else to add about house hacks?
Mhm.
Let's say if people are interested yun nga, in finding you guys,
Yeah.
or you want to share about the unique proposition
Mhm.
of your business, things like that.
Actually, so for yun nga, you can find us on Facebook, House
Mhm.
Hacks, yun lang yun. And then for Shopee and Lazada, also House Hacks lang.
Mhm.
And then our website is www.househacks.store. Yeah.
Househacks.store.
I actually do have tips to share to the audience. Like
Yeah,
this
sure,
is
go
like
ahead.
so of course, una, gather feedback from your first 50 to 100 customers
Mhm.
to continuously tweak, the needs of improvement.
Yeah.
And also, split test ideas because you can't just assume na parang, okay, if this doesn't work, or maybe you can't just assume na parang this won't work based on ano lang, your gut feel.
Yeah.
And then also always strive for customer retention. Because with that, you basically
You're
cut
sure,
down,
yeah.
cut down
Yeah.
the cost of acquisition, customer acquisition costs. And then yun, create campaigns that do a network effect. So with this kasi, the best way to grow fast and organic is word of mouth, di ba? So if
Mm-mm.
proven naman yung product mo, people will share it talaga,
Mhm.
di ba? And then also be kind to customers pero always enforce a strict policy.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre maraming customers na parang
Joy reservers. I think those are some.
and
um,
also yung mga iba syempre gusto nila parang special treatment sa kanila. Pero of
Yeah,
course, if you're building a
definitely.
company and if you're gonna scale it, kailangan may policies ka,
Mm-mm.
di ba?
Yeah.
Policies and flexibility, would you say? Or, just like policy without flexibility?
Policy without flexibility. Kasi syempre,
Okay,
if you're
interesting.
always going to be parang following the requests, it's a parang paiba-iba eh.
It will
Paiba-iba
be
yung request
hard
ng
for the
tao eh. Yeah.
business. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
yun.
amazing. That's amazing. Those are a lot of great tips. So thank you, Alex, for sharing that with our audience. I
Thank
think
you so
the
much.
main takeaway that I have now from this episode is if you have a good product, make it better with marketing.
That's true.
I think that's the best takeaway that I could ever had from this episode. So thank you so much, Jed.
Yeah, and Jed has both background yun nga in
Mhm.
business and marketing. So thank you for enlightening all of us today.
Yeah, even our audience, I'm sure. I hope you guys had a really fun time, talking with us or like listening to this conversation we have here at the Brand Builder, where we talked about building brands in the online store or the e-commerce industry.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me also, guys.
So again, that was Jed from House Hacks. Maybe you can, say hi.
Hi, guys.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah, we
So-
hope you guys had fun. And if you found this specific episode of the Brand Builder helpful, then please share these to all your friends so that they could be a part of the Brand Builder.
share some love online. And we'd love to say hi to new people listening. No, if you're new here, welcome also. Steph and I are happy to welcome you guys here to our mini community. So yeah, if you're interested, you can also find us on Instagram. We're at 360digital.ph.
Yes.
We're on Facebook. What else? Other platforms like TikTok,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Definitely. Yeah, so I think that ends our episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much again, Jed. I learned a lot today, Kyra.
I did
Super,
too.
diba? From a seller's point of view, participating in e-commerce. So yeah, thank you guys. Again, this is Steph.
This is Kyra.
And this is Jed.
And this is the Brand Builder. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you.